Alright y'all, so what I was just doing is I was measuring in preparation to head over to Lowe's and get some supplies for the shell lift. What's up y'all? Inside of Lowe's right now, coming upon my first target, and I found them right here, the cinder blocks. Let's count them out. Cinder blocks have been stacked. We got 24 of them counted out. It's looking like we're shifting our strategy a bit on exactly how the shell is going to be lifted, but we will get it done nonetheless. So I've come upon one of the most crucial parts of this lift, and that is the jacks. So we're looking at this one right here. There she is. Take a good look. We're grabbing 4 of those and we'll be on our way. Here we are on our next objective, looking for all of the support lumber for the skeleton of the shell, and I believe I have found it. Here we go. And there we have it for the lumber. Everything here at Lowe's is now purchased and we are ready to check out. I'll see y'all back at the house. Supplies are back, ready to get to unloading everything, and then we'll start getting set up. Number 24. That's number 24. It's time to move on to the next steps. But before we do that, we're gonna take a break, get some water, freshen up a little bit. I'll see y'all on the other side. What's up, everybody? I've freshened up a little bit and I'm feeling good, ready to get back to work. So the first thing I'm going to do as we're advancing and preparing for the shell lift is I want to make sure, thinking ahead, it's as easy as possible to pull the trailer out from underneath the shell once it's propped up. So I don't know if you can see at the moment, but the Airstream is kind of at a little angle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hitch her up and I'm going to straighten her out a little bit. And I'm going to make sure there's enough room on both sides of the Airstream for the cinder block structures that are going to be ultimately holding the shell for a short period of time while I'm working on the frame. So that's what I'm going to do right now, and I will see you guys once that is completed. With all those materials ready for use, it's time to explain to you guys what's about to happen. So basically, this is what's about to happen. I'm first going to frame the entire shell. okay? So using all that lumber that you just saw, I am going to create a network of trusses and supports, and as I've been referring to, it's essentially a skeleton for the shell. And the reason why I'm doing that is so during the lift, nothing buckles, none of the windows crack. I'm doing it as a safety net, as an insurance policy. So will I probably overdo it? Yeah, I'll probably overdo it, but better safe than sorry, especially with a project this big. Alright everybody, as you can see now, the two beams that run the length of the Airstream are in place, and these are not only the main support for the entire structure, but they are also the contact points for the jacks. So originally the plan was to have 6 contact points for the jacks, but now we're only going with 4. We are still going to overbuild the frame. And like I mentioned before, we're doing that for safety and as an insurance policy. So we're going to go ahead and continue building out the frame for the shell lift. So enjoy. I have one X down in the Airstream, and I was listening and I heard something over here. It's right over there, and I'm thinking, what is that? And I looked a little bit closer, and it was a tappy tappy. Tappy tappy. Alright everybody, the 3 X's are up. Got one in the front, one in the middle, and one in the rear. They're looking pretty good, they're feeling pretty strong, and I think they're going to hold up for the lift. I'm going to sleep on adding a 4th one in. I probably won't, but I may. We'll see what happens. And regardless of the fact, before the lift actually happens, I'll be connecting all of the X's this way, so the length of the trailer, and that's going to help to increase the strength and make it as strong as possible for the lift of the shell. So that wraps it up for episode 5 of Zach's Airstream Adventure. I hope you guys are still enjoying what you're watching. Episodes are going to start getting a little bit shorter. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on episode 6 for the lift of the shell. See you guys.